Coming up, the Student Government Association hosts a presidential debate in the Joris Ballroom. And students showcase their unique designs at the annual Red Dress Fashion Show. And later, the Campus Activity Board celebrates the rodeo season with the Cardinal Rodeo. See what cowboy-themed activities they had in store for students. All this and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv. We're back to bring you all the latest updates in news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Mauricio Cruz.
And I'm Clarissa Saldana. We're already almost halfway through the semester and spring break is just around the corner. Do you have any plans, Leo?
I actually do. I was going to maybe head down to the lake, but I was thinking about getting a back tattoo.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am actually going to Hawaii. I'm going to visit my cousin, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Sounds like an exciting new adventure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's plenty of happening around campus, so let's take a look at our first story of the day. The Student Government Association, or SGA, recently hosted a presidential debate during their open forum. UIWtv reporter Kyle Hayden attended the debate to learn more.
The Student Government Association, or SGA, plays a vital role in representing the student body, ensuring their voices and concerns are heard by the UIW administration. As the upcoming election approaches, this year's race could mark a pivotal moment for the future of SGA.
So what I want to do is provide an avenue for better student organizational support.
The two presidential candidates, Abby Allen, the current SGA Chief of Staff, and Tyler Simmons, the current SGA intern, shared their platforms during the recent debate. Allen is primarily focused on student and social justice advocacy, as well as increasing SGA's presence on campus.
We should be more active in reaching out to student organizations, but also getting student concerns filtered through us and connecting either organizations with different departments or addressing the needs directly ourselves.
Simmons is interested in making the mental health resources on campus more accessible, as well as creating internship opportunities. Simmons has also expressed interest in funding clubs and other organizations on campus.
I believe that the student organizations are the heart and soul of UIW, and what I would like to do under my campaign, under my administration, is establish a funding program for student organizations here.
During the debate, candidates faced a series of questions from a panel of judges comprised of other SGA staff members. Each candidate was given a specific amount of time to answer before the other had a chance to either counter their opponent's response or present their own perspective.
Monte and I, what we have done thus far is already start that process.
Following the debate, students from the audience were given the opportunity to ask their own questions to the candidates.
So how will you guys make that population of 26?
No matter which candidate wins the election, the future of the Student Government Association seems to be in good hands. This has been Kyle Hayden for UIWtv.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm glad to hear that students had the opportunity to learn more about the candidates. The ballot for the election will be open on March 17th and it will be available until April 1st. Be sure to get your vote in and make your voice heard. There have been many debates on the use of AI and its effects in the educational world. However, UIW's Quality Enhancement Plan seeks to leverage this technology in new ways. Reporter Alejandra Ortiz has more.
Where can we provide more support for our students?
The Quality Enhancement Plan aims to strengthen academic reading skills for undergraduate students. This initiative will implement the AI Academic Reading Assistance System, also known as UIW AI ARAS.
So this is the official graphic that will be everywhere.
A personalized reading coach, it will apply 12 research-based reading strategies that students can use for their classes.
In their discipline-specific tests, this AI model will guide them step by step, using examples, using interactions, kind of casual conversation to guide the students on how to use them.
Many students are already familiar with using commercial AI, from ChatGPT to Gemini and more. But unlike these systems, UIW AI ARAS doesn't just give answers. Instead, it helps students with creating annotations, extracting key points, and testing their understanding for their specific readings.
This is, I think, is a great way to build you up for that kind of AI literacy through something very practical. So you learn how to use AI, leverage AI skillfully and meaningfully, and also it helps your academic reading.
UIW AI Arras will be available at the Writing and Learning Center starting fall of 2025. Peer tutors will also be trained to help students use this AI program. But staying true to UIW's values of innovation, the committee will continue to expand this initiative through 2030.
How could this help me and potentially future UIW students in the future? One of the things that I want to leave behind as student body president is a better UIW.
For UIWtv, this is Alejandra Ortiz.
The QEP also released an informational video on this initiative. To check it out, visit the YouTube page at UIW Cardinals or check out their website at uiw.edu/QEP.
And if you're in need of service hours, the Student Government Association is hosting a Cardinal Cleanup tomorrow to make our community greener and cleaner. Participants will meet at 11 a.m. in the Avoca parking lot and will be provided with food and drinks. Be sure to register for this event on GivePulse in your Cardinal apps. There are many other organizations that serve our community in different ways. UIWtv reporter David Bryant recently spoke with some officials at the Veterans Center at the SEC building about their history and their mission. Here's more on the story.
The UIW and Veterans Center was initially established as the Center for Veteran Affairs in October 2009 at St. Anthony's Catholic High School. The Military Veterans Center at UIW is known to go above and beyond the call of duty to support its military-connected students.
He'd been sleeping in his car the whole summer before classes started in August. And so we worked really hard to make sure that he was able to get into a dorm, into a safe place.
The center was ranked #1 in the nation by Military Times magazine because of their hard work and dedication. The center also offers a space for studying, group meetings, and socializing over coffee and snacks.
We try to go out as much as we can and offer any type of education and training that is requested. But I think coming and actually meeting our population is a really big thing.
The center fosters community and camaraderie among veterans, active duty personnel, and military families, serving as a hub for student support.
You have veterans in your classes that have life experience, right? So they have a different take on things than maybe you do. And so it would be great if you could listen, right? Because they may have something to teach you.
For UIWtv, I am David Bryant.
Thank you, David. If you want more information on the Military and Veterans Center, you can visit them on the 3rd floor of the SEC building from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Center is open Mondays through Fridays.
Whether you're a veteran or a student, you can't make spring break plans before checking the temperature first. Andrea Maes is in the meteorology studio to tell us the latest weather updates. Andrea, how's the forecast looking?
Good afternoon, UIW, and it has been a week since we have gotten slammed by a massive polar vortex, bringing in record low temperatures in the low to mid 20s and with wind chills in the low to mid teens. However, the past few days, things have started to look up as we've seen temperatures and highs in the low to mid 70s, and will continue to track that way as we head into this weekend. However, today, these current conditions, we can see we have a high of 68 degrees and a low of 51, with wind speeds out of the north-northeast at 15 miles per hour and mostly cloudy conditions. Now, actually, this high 68 is a normal for us, and the 70s at this time of year is not normal. So, and we're also at the 68 degrees because of a light cold front came in late last night and into early this morning, giving us those cold temperatures, which will last into tomorrow. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that 4-day forecast for you. Again, today we have windy conditions with a high of 68. We'll have a low of 51 tonight with clear skies, and into Friday, the high of 74 with the low of 52. And again, into Saturday, those temperatures will rise again, near 80, high of 79, low of 54, clear skies. Sunday, high 78, the low of 55, and into Monday, we'll start seeing those temperatures start to rise into the 80s. Thank you. With UIWtv, I'm Andrea Maes.
Thanks, Andrea. It's nice to see some warmer weather for a change. And if you're interested in weather, there's plenty of ways students can get involved. UIW meteorologist alumnus shares what his college journey entailed. Reporter Khalil Ray has more.
So the top or the bottom one is the vapor.
Small classes like this one are very common in the meteorology program, and it's in classes such as these where some of our future meteorologists begin their studies. One meteorologist remembers his time fondly at UIW.
The experience I had at UIW was second to none. I mean, the teachers, the staff, not just in meteorology, but in all other departments, physics, chemistry, mathematics.
Ryan Shoptaw is just one of the many success stories of the UIW meteorology program. Professor Tim Springer has been at UIW for over a decade. He's seen many students go through his classrooms to become full-fledged meteorologists.
I see a lot of development. They understand the concepts, they're able to apply the concepts to what they're seeing in the charts and in the imagery, and they become forecasters.
Though now a natural at forecasting and presenting weather, Shoptaw emphasizes the importance of practice, perseverance, and patience to become successful as a meteorologist.
I made it to San Antonio in 2021, and ever since, it's been great. But again, it's not without its lows. While I'm at a high right now, I've experienced a lot of lows all day. By the end of the work week.
Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Khalil Ray.
If you want to learn more about the UIW meteorology program, visit UIW.edu. You can also follow the AMS student chapter on Instagram for more weather updates and organizational events.
The San Antonio Art League and Museum is hosting their annual collegiate exhibition to showcase the works of college students around San Antonio. Reporter Holden Tijerina is live at the scene to see how UIW and other schools are being represented this year. Holden, what are we looking at?
Thanks, Leo. I'm here at the San Antonio Art League Museum with Dr. Swafford. Can you tell us more about the museum?
The museum is the oldest arts organization in San Antonio. We're 120 years old. We have been in this particular location since 1988 in a house that was built in 1897 in King William. And we are focused on showcasing art from the area and the region.
Yeah, and this place is so beautiful. There's a lot of amazing artwork. I saw there was a lot of UIW students' artwork here. Could you tell us more about this one over here?
Okay, this is the collegiate exhibit. This is the 23rd year that we've done this. It was founded by two Incarnate Word professors, Eloise Stoker and Nancy Powell. And it is to showcase student artwork from the area. We have 6 universities participating. Incarnate Word has 17 entries, of which several have won prizes. We give 7 prizes, cash prizes, not tuition money, but art supply money. And we're very happy to have students showcase and sell their work.
And honestly, every little bit helps in this day and age. But this place is beautiful. If any students are interested in coming to go check it out, it'll be open until March 22nd. Thank you so much. The exhibit will be open. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for coming to visit.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Holden. If you'd like to check out this exhibition, the SAALM is open Tuesdays through Saturdays, and admission is always free. Now, Clarissa, we've seen a lot of cool art exhibitions here on UIWtv, but which museums have you been able to visit?
Recently, last semester, I went to go visit the San Antonio Museum of Art. That was really, really cool. I had to go for a class. I saw a bunch of the old statues. It was really, really cool. Yeah.
So the statues, like the David, or what was it?
I saw Cupid. That was probably my favorite one.
Cupid. Mm-hmm. You know what that reminds me of? Mm-hmm. The Cupid Shuffle by the artist Cupid.
I love that song. I wish I would have played it there. I would have started dancing. I know. Yeah. Well, whether you're enjoying looking at museums or listening to a good song, there's plenty of ways you can enjoy art. Well, with that, let's turn it over to our social media question. This week we asked, what is your spring break jam? We'll circle back to our viewers' responses later in the show, but don't go anywhere just yet. UIWtv will be right back.
You know, Jamie really needs to start knowing when to mind her own business. Professor Richardson? Whatever. It's just not my place to be sticking my nose into other people's businesses just because of some specific.
Maybe she's trying to respond to this. Tell me why I got a notification from your account from freaking Cassandra asking if you wanted to hang out.
Listen.
You were supposed to have dinner with me. Would you rather go hang out with Cassandra?
Am
I not good enough for you?
No. We have something to work on, okay?
Do you have any
plans for over the break?
No, I don't really have any plans. Just same old, same old. What about you?
I mean, I don't have anything, but there's always things I want to do, and I just never end up doing.
I don't have to say something, but I should.
All it takes is one person. If you or someone you know is experiencing emotional abuse, text CONNECT to 741741.
What's my routine? I don't know. I guess I just... Well, I eat healthy and I work out. There is help out there for you, and recovery is possible.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back, Cardinals. My name is Dana Ramos, and I'm here to bring you all the latest entertainment buzz. Grab your boots and cowboy hats because the Cardinal Rodeo is bringing a taste of the Wild West to campus. Holden Tijerina takes us inside the action.
My name is Holden Tijerina, and I'm here at Dubuis Lawn for an event held by the Campus Activity Board, the Cardinal Rodeo. Let's see how they tango.
We're here to support the college with their rodeo and their festivities. We were here last weekend, and the goal is to just support the community, and then also if kids need a way to help pay for college, to give them that opportunity and talk to them more about that.
The rodeo ain't just about riding and roping. The Texas National Guard recruiters also offered opportunities for student military involvement. Whether it's serving the country or developing awareness, opportunities are everywhere. You just gotta be ready to grab the reins.
So I actually came here to have some fun, get out a little bit, kind of de-stress from all the schoolwork here. Lots of people around. It's really fun time.
The entire event was completely free for students, offering an array of exciting activities to ensure everyone had a fantastic time. In addition to complimentary food, attendees could experience the thrill of a mechanical bull ride, test their skills in bull racing, and engage in a friendly competition of horseshoe throwing. As you can see, the Cardinals are passionate about the rodeo season. Till next time, I'm Holden Tijerina.
If you want to check out more events like the Cardinal Rodeo, follow at UIW Campus Engagement on Instagram. Speaking of rodeo season, McKenna and Case are back with Cardinal on the Street.
I'm Case Victoria.
And I'm McKenna Michigamba.
And we're in the SEC to ask Cardinals
if they went to the rodeo and their opinion on the rodeo.
Are you going to the rodeo this season?
I actually work it.
You work it?
Yeah, I work at the rodeo.
What do you think of it so far? Like coming from an employee standpoint.
It's interesting. You meet a lot of interesting people.
I'm excited to go. I'm excited to see what's in store. We got tickets to see the concert.
I enjoy the food. Don't call me big, but I enjoy the food and I enjoy the rides.
It was very fun. It wasn't too packed. It wasn't too hot. There was a lot of fun activities, and bull riding was my favorite part.
About it. Brings a lot of money to San Antonio. Oh, I loved it. I love every time it comes around.
I love the rodeo.
I really love the rodeo. I like all the food, and I love riding all the carnival rides and such.
I like the rodeo. I like the cows and the chickens and the pigs and all that stuff.
As you can see, Cardinals are very passionate about the rodeo season. Till next time, I'm Case Victoria. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys. I personally wasn't able to go to the rodeo this year, but I'm looking forward to the rodeo in Houston. UIW recently held their annual Red Dress Fashion Show in the Student Engagement Center Ballroom. The event showcased the incredible design of the UIW fashion program as well as local high school students. Students who showcased their work were eligible for up to a $6,000 scholarship to continue their education in fashion. The event featured an appearance from Martin Gomez, the fashion designer for Tejano icon Selena Quintanilla. Beginning in 2006, the event aims to raise awareness for women's heart health.
Since 2006 is since I've been involved in it. So it's become a huge event and it's always a lot of fun. And it's great to see all the work that the students do and all the excitement.
The event was a dazzling display of local talent, bringing a glimpse of the world of fashion to the models, designers, and everyone in attendance. This is an annual tradition, so be sure to mark your calendars for mid-February of next year. Now let's turn it over from our latest fashion trends to the hottest music. McKenna Muchigemba is back to bring us another Music in a Minute.
Welcome back to Music in a Minute. I'm here to bring you all the latest hot goss of the music world. How you like that is what Blackpink fans are saying around the globe. Rosé, after dropping her solo album, including Apute, with Bruno Mars, revealed that her girl group has new music coming out. Rosé has stated, quote, "Bruno showed me that as a creative, you have to listen to your intuition and your timing, and you're allowed to trust in it," end quote. If you're waiting on a different story this time, mark your calendars off for July 18th and 19th. Nickelback and Creed are taking over the Alpine Valley Music Theater in East Troy, Wisconsin for the Summer of '99 and Beyond Festival. It's about that time, as Lizzo announced a new era of music on Valentine's. The star shared during a Twitch stream that her new music will be coming out on February 28th. She stated, quote, "I take my time. I did it right. The new era has begun today," end quote. That's all for this week's Music in a Minute. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. I am personally really excited to see what Rosé has in store for us and to see what Lizzo's music sounds like. Aside from new songs, there's also been a lot of new films coming out. Kyle Hayden is here to bring us another final cut. What do you have for us, Kyle?
Welcome back to The Final Cut. I'm your host, Kyle Hayden, and today we'll be talking about Captain America: Brave New World, which released on Valentine's Day in 2025. This is the 35th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the second to last entry of Phase 5. The film follows Sam Wilson's Captain America as he becomes involved in an international conspiracy orchestrated by a returning villain. The film stars Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, and Harrison Ford replaces the late William Hurt as Thaddeus Ross. Unfortunately, the film hasn't been doing well critically or at the box office. Deadline estimated that the movie would need to gross $425 million just to break even, and currently it doesn't seem like the film's going to meet that milestone. This is disappointing news to hear because Marvel's current trend seems to not be following up on characters whose films don't do well. Aside from the next two Avengers movies, Anthony Mackie's future as Captain America is unclear. For what it's worth, I did enjoy this film when I saw it opening weekend. It's not excellent by any means, but not every Marvel movie is going to be as good as Avengers Endgame, and expecting that is unrealistic. Mackie and Ford both do a good job, and I'm glad to see that they at least have been receiving some love online. The movie has a lot of great action, and the dogfight over the Indian Ocean was exceptionally fun, as was the opening set piece. If I had to criticize any aspect of the film, I would say that all the reshot scenes with Giancarlo Esposito's Sidewinder feel disjointed from the rest of the film, and it's clear when the movie switches from original footage to reshot footage. Additionally, the CGI is lacking in some areas, but I don't think the film deserves all the online criticism it's been receiving. I saw the movie with my partner, who has barely seen any other MCU films, and not only did she enjoy it, but she cried at 2 points during the movie. We both gave the movie a 7 out of 10, and honestly, I might go see it again next weekend. I recommend checking out Captain America: Brave New World if you can, and I hope this isn't the last solo Captain America film we see. This has been Kyle Hayden for UIWtv, and thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Kyle. I watched the movie and I honestly had fun. I love Joaquin Torres, probably one of my favorite MCU characters now. Well, that wraps up entertainment, but don't go just yet. Sports is up. Next for UIWtv, I'm Dana Ramos.
How's your day? Good, but I have a lot of work to do, sadly. Well, I'm sure you'll get it all done. Oh, and when you're done, can you help me with something later? Sir? Are you done yet?
Yeah, let's go off the train. I'm heading that way. Yeah, man, I can meet you outside.
They're people, not monsters. If you are struggling, call or visit 211 for help.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv. I'm Joe Gonzalez and it's time to talk UIW sports. Over the weekend, UIW baseball improved to 7-1 with a series sweep against Texas Southern University. The win marked the second consecutive series win to begin the 2025 season. The Cardinals have also shined offensively, averaging 12.5 runs per game, becoming the first team in the nation to record 100 runs. The UIW Bats have also earned praise around the country, leading the NCAA in batting average, hits, and doubles. The Cardinals will be back in action this weekend at Sullivan Field when they host Houston Christian University for the Southland Conference Series opener. All three games will be broadcasted live on ESPN Plus, with Friday's first pitch scheduled to begin at 2:05 p.m. Now let's talk about UIW's women's tennis team. Earlier last Sunday, they matched up against Southern Methodist University while also taking on the University of Louisiana on Tuesday. Sadly, both matches came to a loss, but our Lady Cardinals still put up a good fight, showing they can go against the best leagues. Now for some good news, our Cardinal track team is making their way to Alabama for the Southland Conference Indoor Championships this Friday. The team has been training hard all season and now have their chance to showcase their talent against the best in the conference. Stay tuned for updates as they represent UIW at the championships. Taking it from the track and onto the court, UIW men's basketball team had a big win this weekend against Lamar University. Here are some of the highlights from the game.
Marcus Glover at the top of the key. He made the adjustment to the starting position as the year rolled on. Dylan Heyman drives inside. He's got the first two buckets of the ball game. Dylan Heyman will pass over to his right side. Jordan Pike, mid-range jumper on the way. Off the window and in. 137 assists entering today. He can score the basketball as well. Put back from Jaden Williams. Anderson looks to work inside. Double teamed once more. Looking for a pass over to Davion Bailey. He'll fire the three-point at the buzzer. That one is good. UIW looking to snap a 5-0 scoring run in favor of Lamar that's lasted over 3 minutes now. Three-point on the way for Jalen. That one rattles around and in. Bounce pass over to Sabali. Jalen Anderson has it at the right wing. A feed inside. Sabali's wide open, and he can just levitate home for the one-handed slam. Pike, Anderson, Heyman, wide open at the left wing, works his way inside, dumps it off to Marcus Glover, and the layup is good inside. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Working his way in, pump fake at the defender to jump, off the window and in. Sabali collapses to the floor, finds Anderson, Bailey wide open for three. That one is good. It bounces off of the iron, it resets the shot clock. Dylan Heyman fires a triple. That one is good. UIW has won 3 straight. They control their fate to go to the Southland Conference Tournament, and they end the 5-game winning streak for the Lemoore Cardinals. Final score 73-61.
The Cardinals will be back in action this weekend as they look to clinch a spot in the Southland Conference Tournament for the first time since 2022. If you'd like to check out future games, students can get in free with a valid UIW ID. UIW Athletics had several other games this past weekend. Reporter Amos Davis went behind the scenes to see how the team behind the camera brings these games to life.
The UIW Sports Broadcasting Department is responsible for recording all of the university's home games. From football to volleyball, baseball, and everything in between. There's something for everyone.
Our main thing is telling the story. I know we want to show UIW athletics to our audience, and we want to put on when we're putting on a show for our audience.
The sports broadcasting team is made up of volunteers, work-study students, and graduate students who work around the clock to bring quality storytelling to audiences.
Typical broadcast day, it takes hours in advance to prepare for the broadcast. So today's game, it's a Friday. I began looking at today's game as early as Tuesday.
Checking player rosters, attending practices, and meeting with various coaches and athletes is all part of an essential process in providing audiences with the quality content that they've come to expect.
All our UIW sports fans just kind of get an insight to our teams. I mean, even if you can't come to the games in person, you can watch them on ESPN Plus, and just to kind of get an insight on the game, get to know the players, get to know the coaches, and I mean, you get to watch a very exciting game.
For UIWtv, I'm Amos Davis.
Personally, I've been thankful for the opportunity that UIW has provided, and you can have your chance as well. If you're interested in volunteering with the Sports Broadcasting Department, it is open for all majors. You can contact Aaron Rye at arai@uiwtx.edu. In other news, the NFL is revisiting existing league overtime rules during the regular season to allow for a more even playing field between two competing teams. The NFL hosted a scouting combine on Wednesday. League executive Tony Vincent said, quote, "It's time to rethink the overtime rule." The decision comes after the Buffalo Bills lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in a divisional round matchup back in 2022. The competition committee also decided that teams who won the coin toss and received the ball first had a massive advantage over teams that lost the coin toss. Teams that gained the ball first were more likely to win overtime games, resulting in a 56% success rate from 2017 to 2024. The National Football League Players Association released its 3rd annual team report card. The Miami Dolphins took the top spot once again, followed by the Minnesota Vikings in second. The top 5 also included the Atlanta Falcons, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Los Angeles Chargers, who made significant improvements from last year. The report evaluated 11 different categories, including team facilities, coaching, and player treatment. Significant improvements were seen across the board, with a 41% increase in grades and a 51% decrease in D grades. Dolphins and Vikings owners received high marks for investment in facility and team culture. Their survey also highlighted coaching, with Dan Quinn of the Commanders and Raheem Morris of the Falcons ranked as the top head coaches. Now that you're all caught up, let's take a look at this week's games to watch. The women's basketball team is gearing up for an exciting finish to the regular season as they hit the road for 2 crucial matchups this week, taking on the Lady Devils tonight at 6:30 p.m. Meanwhile, the women's softball team will be taking on Alabama A&M University tomorrow night right here at HEB Field. The Cardinals will face off against the Bulldogs at 2 o'clock p.m. and then again at 4:30 p.m. Lastly, the men's basketball team will face off against East Texas A&M University on Saturday for their second to last game of the season. For more information on future games, you can visit UIWCardinals.com. Good luck to all of our teams. And that's for all the sports updates we have for you today. I'm Joey Gonzalez. But before I go, let's turn it back over to our social media question. Personally, my spring break jam is Finesse by Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B. What do your viewers have to say, Leo?
Thanks, Joey. Let's take a look. Blair Villarreal said Miles on It by Marshmello and Kane Brown. And Magali said Dancing Queen by ABBA. And finally, Janelle de Jesus said Your New Favorite Song by The Wallows. Those are some solid spring break jams. Thank you all for your responses. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to our second newscast of the semester.
We hope you have a great spring break and good luck on those midterms. Until next time, I'm Clarissa Saldana.
And I'm Mauricio Cruz. And this has been UIWtv.